Doop.
Hey there, everyone. This week we're going to talk. Wait.
I was going dupe, and you go, hey there.
Happy New Year, everybody. In case you missed us, my name is Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And what better way to start off the new year than to talk about goals? Right, babe? Yes,
Yep.
let's talk about goals.
We want to talk specifically about making goals for your marriage and for your family.
What? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Right. It's good to have conversations about what you want the year to look like and how you can make it happen. And the good thing about marriage is that you have someone to hold you accountable to those goals.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. So right now, we're going to talk about the family and what it means for us.
Yeah, we really want to focus on our little family this year because we have 3 boys, ages 2, 4, and 6. And the older 2 are in school full-time. And Logan works weekends, so that means we literally have one day every 2 weeks that we are all 5 together in the same house all day.
Sunday.
Yeah, every 2 weeks we have one day, and so our family time is very limited. So what we started to do already with the new year is to implement screen-free time from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Stop! Because this is when our kids are getting home from school, he's getting home from work, homework time, dinner time, bedtime, that whole crazy time. And so we don't get on social media, or we don't turn on the TV, we don't let our kids with the tablets or anything. We just focus on each other and spending time together. And so far, it's been really good.
Yeah, because it's easy to get lost when you plug in
Yes.
and turn into a robot. But another thing that we can do with our family is whenever the weather gets just a little better, it's not too bad, but go start on doing our family walks. We did this a lot when we were training and running and being fit. But now that 2 of our boys can do the bikes, it's a little bit easier instead of them having to get rolled around in a stroller.
Yeah, we both love to exercise, and our boys love to be outside because they're boys. So we're just gonna kind of combine the two and try to go on family walks regularly, preferably once a week at least. So we're looking forward to doing that again.
And that's just a couple of things within our family that we want to focus on this year. Simple, but hopefully effective. Wow, look, she finished my sentence.
All right, one thing we really want to work on this year is hospitality. We love having people over, and we used to do it all the time, but once school started this past year, life kind of got crazy, and we stopped doing it and having people over, so we want to get back to that. So we are bringing back the game nights. We have some friends without kids who we used to have over all the time to play games, and so we already invited them over. And we're going to start doing that again, and I have some other ideas on how we can work on hospitality. So yeah, that's just one thing we want to work on.
We have an extra bedroom.
No.
If you're in the area and you want to just stop by and spend a night, we're cool with that.
Yeah. And as married couples, it's important to open your homes to other people, especially single people and religious people. We used to have priests over quite often, and it's been a while since we've had one over, so we'll be extending
And the boys
an
seem to
invite
enjoy
again.
it when anybody is over at the house.
Yes.
That's not just us.
Yes.
So.
Our boys are little extroverts like their father, so we love having people over.
Hey, and we don't have to go out since you don't like to go out.
Right.
See?
I love staying home.
Best of both worlds. Now we're going to talk about our marriage goals. Well, what can we do regarding our marriage goals? Well, if you follow us, and I hope you do, we talk about one video where we go on a marriage retreat. Hey, let's do that again this year.
Yes.
So we've already booked one in March because even though our marriage is not in disarray, that's not what these marriage retreats are about. It's just about growing closer and learning more about each other and connecting with God and all the above. And it's really good. So already putting that in place, which we always do every year, helps us stay right on track.
Yeah.
And another thing that we can do is, since we're coming up on our 10-year wedding anniversary this year, we thought if all works and it comes down the ladder correctly, we can go on an overnight date for each other. Last time that happened, we had a baby.
Well, we've gone on our marriage retreats are overnight dates, but the last time we've been on an overnight date that wasn't a marriage retreat was when we got pregnant with our youngest. So that was over 3 years ago, unfortunately. So we're gonna make that happen this year, hopefully for our 10th anniversary.
Woo!
And the last thing that we want to work on is reading scripture together. We mentioned in a previous video about how every Tuesday we read the gospel of the
Tuesday
day.
trip.
Tuesday trip, and we read the gospel and talk about it and pray about it and all of that. And I last year read through the Bible for the first time, like the whole Bible in 1 year, and it was, thank you, it was very fruitful, and I want to continue reading scripture every day. And so I thought, well, we could just read it together because we really need to start doing that more often. So that's going to be one thing we're going to work on, whether it's just something simple like reading one of the Psalms before we turn on the TV
Or the
for the
gospel
night,
for the day.
or read the gospel, the readings of the day. Yes. We're going to keep it simple, but we do definitely want to read scripture together more often.
Right. A lot of these goals this year don't have to be extreme and over the top, and it's just focusing on what works best for you.
Right.
And these things work best for us. They might work for you as well. Just remember to keep it simple and focus on the ultimate goal, and that's just growing closer to your spouse, your family, and more importantly, keeping God in the middle of it.
Yep. All right, that's it for now, and we will see you next week.